3, 2, 1. What's going on, everyone? You're watching Ash on Comics. My name is Ash. Here is today's comic. Superman Action Comics 1012. Brian Bendis, some guy named Kudransky. This is an amazing cover. I love this cover. It might be my favorite cover of all the Bendis Supermans so far. I didn't get it, though, because I get all the alt covers, and the one I got was the Man of Steel cover, just basically a headshot of... I call it the Man of Steel cover because it looks like Henry Cavill. It was like someone pulled up a photo of Henry Cavill and just drew it. It doesn't look terrible, but it's pretty boring. But the OCD in me, I can't break things. Like I got to keep it. It's either with the trade dress or all the alt covers. I don't know. I'm actually phasing out the alt covers for the most part. I really dislike the traditional look of a comic book, and I like the art on the comic kind of symbolizing the story. I like to be able to look at that comic and see the cover and go, oh yeah, I remember what this was about. Unfortunately, first critique of this book is this scene right here, what you see right here. Nothing. It has nothing to do with the book, really. It's so stupid. So today, joining me as always, we have Stan the Man. How you doing, Stan? Good to see you. You always got to drink. That's what I like about you, because I get thirsty. So I hope you don't mind if I do. And Stan's trusty assistant, Forky. Today, Forky is keeping an eye on my keyboard. He's got to give Forky something to do because he thinks he's trash, and you got to make him understand that he's worthy and that he's needed. Young Justice actually is trash. And here we go. Now this is kind of funny. I read most of my comics on my iPad. So I flip the page to this, and this is totally a mock-up of like Twitter. Well, yeah, it's not a great mock-up, but it's clearly Twitter. And if you're looking close, I mean it. But when you're on an electronic device, it really looks like a page. Like this is just done up like a web page, or it's not drawn at all. This is a completely doctored fake web page. Now, in a comic book, it may come across differently. I don't know, looking on the physical page. But this, I was like, wait, what? Why am I on some? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm like on my electronic device. Thanks, dogs. Appreciate that. This annoys me, though. Why on the Daily Planet are we getting a Planet Krypton flash sale? Isn't that the what's going on Comixology? And then we got dumb things like Trends, Event Leviathan, Wonder Twins, Dial H for Hero, Year of the Villain. What? Stupid. And look at this Unity Saga. Great. Good job. Oh yeah, Bendis doesn't have editors. What was I thinking? And then we got all this. Why am I even wasting time? Look at this. Joined 1984. Apparently, DC Twitter started in the 80s. Joined 1984. Still stupid. And apparently they don't follow big world-class investigators like Vicky Vale, and the Cat Grant's not followed. I didn't even think about what they're doing here. But Jimmy Olsen's new book. And then, oh, look at this. So this is presumably Lois Lane texting or DMing Jimmy. Made it back, so Jimmy's saying, made it back to Metropolis. I'm uploading the Cobra photos we wanted to share now, Lois. She thumbs up. Seen Clark investigating a lead out of the country, Jimmy. Oh, look at that. Lead. Tell him to watch his back for me. She thumbs up. But then you look, Clark, on my way home. So Clark's in space, right? If you're reading the other Superman books. But apparently he's got Chirper that he tweets back to his wife in space across the... I'm done with this. So this book bored me to tears. Whoo, boy. So this gag is still running 12 issues later. They got the Invisible Mafia. They have this special tank that they talk in so that Superman can't hear them, because Superman hears everything, because DC Comics has decided to make Superman a god among gods. Like, he just... I get the guy's got super hearing, but does he really have the ability to hear everyone in the city talking and sort out all those voices, like 8 million different voices? I forgot. He can see over the horizon. So it's like they're just making his character ridiculous. We start off, there's been a development. The Cloud took Big Blue head to head and it ended in a standstill. What? Until he retreated. Who says? Wow. This is confirmed. The Red Cloud took him on and lived to tell the tale. Who else can say that? Mr. Strong, you're actually saying she actually hurt Superman. Gummy? Sorry. He doesn't say Superman. He starts to say his head. Sorry, Mr. Strong. All due respect, it was a reflex. I know all these words that we never speak, but what you just hinted at, you said a lot of crazy just now, and we gotta hold the rules of the house. That is, most of them. Seriously, Gummy, you could get us killed. Actually, you make a good point, Pretzel. I think we could all use a weather forecast. So we got this eye in the sky guy that's essentially the dude from the Serenity movie. If you've seen that. I'm here, Mr. Strong. Big Blue is ping-ponging all over the world because of this Leviathan stuff. So exciting. Just today he was in London, then Bloodhaven, then back to the Bermuda Triangle. Someone should tell Boss that these words that need to be added to the list of words we do not say. Both Bermuda and Triangle. Why wouldn't you say triangle? So stupid. Up. He just flew back to London and he is, yep. I'm tracking him on Satellite 9. He's moving fast. He is, yes, he's off Earth. Okay, Whisper, keep me posted. The skies are clear, so let's get to it. There will be a change in the dynamic of our business. The Cloud will be working closer with her. Working with her or partnering up with her. Big difference. If you don't remember, I think it was in the Leviathan special edition book that no one should buy. The Leon chick that heads the Invisible Mafia decided to partner with the Red Cloud. That she didn't want to be her boss anymore. She wants to be partners. Because that's how mafias work. Like mafia dons, they just decide to share their power. I can't wait for the lesbian love scene. You know it's coming. Listen, things got sloppy out there. We lost good people. It's a learning moment for all of us. But now it's your time to shine. So this goes on. You're just these guys talking in the thing, and then they're talking, and then they're talking some more. For 3 freaking pages. And it's about nothing. Oh, look, the Big Blue is off-world, and Leviathan has everyone scrambling. Tonight would be one of the best nights of our careers. People have needs and times of stress, and we provide. They're just doing criminal talk for 3 freaking pages. And then it cuts to Lois voiceover. That's what you said when we first met. Fortress of Solitude, the Bermuda Triangle. Why is there a seagull here? Does a seagull fly 1,000 miles out to sea? Oh my God. I was just talking to John about it. About what? About the very first time we met. Oh yeah, back to the seagull. I forgot. There's an island called Bermuda out there. Bendis, why did you put the Fortress of Solitude right next to a major tourist island and a prime shipping lane? Never mind, back to... He loves to put Lois and Clark in bed together. This is not why I read Superman comics. It's not a freaking soap opera. It's not about Superman getting it on. Yes, we all figure they're husband and wife. They have a kid together. Obviously, they did the nasty. But just, this is not what makes Superman. He's not a freaking sex object. Look, there are plenty of characters you can do this with. You know, Superman's about something else, but whatever. Do you remember what you thought the first time you saw me? The first time I saw you as Clark Kent or Superman? You first met me was as Clark Kent. Yes, I did. I thought, holy crap, a giant alien just walked... God, I can't even read this. A giant alien just walked into a major American media outlet. We're about to be attacked. Superman's response, oh, really? First, you are gigantic. She's looking at her phone, not her husband. Keep this in mind. Even for people from Smallville. Uh-huh. And you do tend to glow. Glow? I glow in aliens standing by my boss's office in a major metropolitan newspaper. Funny, you didn't say anything. I was following the story. And when did you give up on the story? God. Are you still on the story? Just trying to figure out the angle. We have a child together. Not sure that's it. I'm going to leave the planet now because you're going to try to reverse engineer that nonsense into truth, and I will not be part of it. When will you be back from interstellar galactic war with your creep of a father? Hold on. I'm already back. It was, It's so nice how much you love that joke. Listen, Clark, this stuff with John and my dad, I could not have done this without my partner. Holding hands, look in the eyes. Hey, Metropolis, why won't you tell me what you thought of the first time we met? Because I was totally wrong. Look at this face. Does that look like Superman to you? God, I'm just terrible at this. Look at this face. Oh my goodness. Look at Lois. What is going on? Oh, they kiss. And then he's gone, to be continued. Why is Lois running around with a sheet in the Fortress of Solitude? Stan says, don't look at me. Okay, so, meanwhile, the Daily Planet. What am I looking at, Miss Good? Lois Lane on line 5, Mr. White, blah, blah, blah. It's newspaper speak, newspaper speak, newspaper speak. And then we get down to this person. I wish we were better friends, Robin. Oh, that's nice. Thanks. What's your name again? Big Barda. What can I do for you, Trish? Lois Lane. I'm assuming this is actually a real person named Trish. This stumbled me. I was like, am I supposed to believe this is Big Barda now? Or wait, no, this is Lois Lane. No, Lois Lane's in the Fortress of Solitude. So that is Big Barda. And she just doesn't know. She calls her Trish. No, does Big Barda work for I don't fucking know. It can't be because she just is a normal sized girl. But this is a Bendis book, so that could easily be Big Barda Bendis version. No, it's some girl named Trish. Okay, so I spent 15 minutes deliberating on nonsense, and then they sit there and talk, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, I have footage of her seriously making out with Superman. Talking about Lois. Uh-huh. Here. Oh, you do. Superman, who is not her husband. Oh, I like Kent. I do too. Poor guy. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Oh yeah, but still, poor Clark. Poor Clark. Lois Lane kissed Superman right on the lips. Good for her. Mind you, this is the gossip columnist. It's so stupid. I feel like, okay, this happened in issue 1004. So it's been 8 issues. I feel like this is Bendis addressing all the fans, going, what the fuck, you idiot? Like, because it was stupid. Superman comes down, Lois has left her son in space, has been hiding from Superman, meeting Lex Luthor behind his back. She's wearing a wig in another city. Superman finds her. She's like, oh, hey, hi. Any normal husband would be like, what the F are you doing? And instead, nope, Superman just grabs her and kisses her. And it's in the street, and people have their smartphones out, and they're taking pictures. And this isn't like the first time, by the way. This is just like the most grossly inept writing that Bendis exposes. Like, just Superman's kissing Lois. Like, do you understand the secret identity? The whole purpose of the secret identity? Do you understand the Superman character at all? So, for the past 8 issues, fans like myself have been calling Bendis out and being like, you're a freaking idiot. Like, this is stupid. This is what lack of editing does. And so I feel like this now is Bendis trying to address, it was part of my writing all along. Look, I'm going to have these reporters talk about it. And then she answers the phone, and that's it. Gone. No one talks about it anymore. So, that Lois Lane, who works at the newspaper, who you could call. Okay, so she's like, answers the phone. No, hold up. You said a couple of different names just then. Who am I speaking to? Oh, I thought you said your name was... And then this panel right here. This is a terrible panel. This panel looks like she's looking over her shoulder. Like, oh, is there someone behind me? And there's a hand coming up out of nowhere. And then Perry Mason stumbles by like a freaking zombie or something. I don't know what the hell. Brains. And she's like, and you can hear the phone. And then she looks and you can tell, oh, it's her hand. But the way this panel is set up, you should be able to see the arm come like, down and back. Like, this wasn't good. I was confused. It's like, oh yeah, that's obviously it's her hand. She's the red cloud thing. And she gets herself, so she's losing control. But we get these 6 panels of just nonsense bullshit phone conversation. So far, nothing has been plot driven at all. Except, okay, you could maybe make an argument for this, like these guys talking in the cylinder for 3 pages. But they're really just like, oh, Superman's out of town. We're going to bring criminals. It's time to be criminals. Like, so there's really no plot. We assume criminals are plotting to be criminals all the time. I don't need 3 pages going, oh, these guys are planning something. That's essentially what it is. And then this just banter between Superman and Lois for 3 more freaking pages that means nothing. It's just idiotic. Superman talks absolutely like he wouldn't. The only thing I liked about this was this panel here where he looks like a goofball. Where he's just like, I'm going to leave now because you're going to reverse and I will not be. Basically, he's basically saying you're just a dumb bitch and your fucking head, you're psycho, and I don't know why I'm married to you. That's what he really should say. So we go back to here, Red Cloud, nothing. So then this Miss Good person who's been talking on the phone, can't get her shit together. We find out, oh, she was meeting this woman named Rose, who had originally called for Lois, but Lois is on assignment screwing Superman in the Fortress of Solitude, because I guess that's just what you do on your boss's dime. Just don't do your job. I was about to pull out my pepper spray when I turned the corner, and wow. And then I like to find hidden gems in Metropolis. Thank you for meeting me, Miss Good. I was looking for Lois Lane, but... Oh yeah, she's on assignment. I hope you appreciate that I waned you on the way over. I struggled with this for a few minutes. I waned you? I was like, is Bendis now trying to suggest like Bruce Wayne like is synonymous with investigating people? And then I figured, no, I guess Bruce Wayne probably has a social media thing because that's just what you do, right? He's a rich billionaire, so rich billionaires naturally must own a social media company that everyone in the world uses. So instead of Google, it's Wayne. So I Googled you, I Wayne'd you. I'm stupid. Whatever. Honestly, I'm okay, blah, blah, blah. She's like, so they're going to conduct this interview. And I really feel like the artist is like, God, I'm so bored with this story. I'm just drawing a bunch of fucking talking heads. Look at this. This book is just nothing but talking heads. More talking. It's like, I'm just going to fucking draw some flowers and some leaves. Oh, look at that. Because I'm just drawing faces over and over. Oh, look at that. Oh, I don't know. You'll have to tell me. She really wants to talk to you. So this is Rose. Apparently, this is some D-list DC character that I don't know. Rose Thorn. She's a split personality. Thorn is the bad one. And they go on this fucking interview forever. Look at these words. Okay, I gotta indulge me. I know I read a lot of this. But listen, I am reading you verbatim. Keep in mind, I've gone on for a couple pages here. She says, I have a unique situation. But actually, there's something uniquely unique about my unique situation. I have been in and out of hospitals and programs since I was a little girl. But my problem is so unique that I just keep dancing between the raindrops. I have my theories on why. Okay, so I'm Rose, and I would very much like to teach archaeology. But most of my life has been ruined and turned upside down because I spend, sometimes upwards of 20 to 30% of my week, as a woman named Thorn. What happens when you're Thorn? I'm not Thorn! I know you don't understand. Nobody does. Like nobody. I know you don't mean to offend, but I'm not her. I'm sorry. I know. I really do. But it's like, if everyone kept comparing you to the worst person, it would really start to bother the hell out of you. And I really try to keep an even keel because, that's when she shows up. So that's what it's like to read one page of a Bendis book. This is all nonsense. Okay, so Rose tells us she's good. And then it goes on. And Thorn eventually shows up. And you can tell when Thorn shows up because their hair magically goes all what's the word? Disheveled. And she's like, I want to talk. So she's interviewing Thorn. Now it's like, oh, God. And it keeps going. And she's interviewing Thorn. And basically Thorn is like saying, I'm the Punisher. And I run around the streets and I kill bad guys because it needs to be done. And she's explaining how in Metropolis she would be thrown in Arkham and all this stuff. But Metropolis, the police don't get to act like the police in Gotham, blah, 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 blah. But the seedy underbelly doesn't have its own back, blah, all this stuff. So she gets away with it. And so Good is like, and but she mentions a key word. She talks about, it feels like there's an invisible mafia going on. Oh, by the way, we get this flashback as she's interviewing and talking, and then it goes into this bullshit scene of just text. I hate this about Bendis writing. This is I have a deadline and I can't do 22 pages of comic. So I'm going to cover 2 pages and I'm just going to tell the artist, draw some action spread of character doing something. What is happening here? Okay, so bad guys, Thorn in some pose, and apparently they're all dying from her. But this is not a real. This is not. And then we just get dialogue. It just becomes exposition. Well, that's not exposition, but it is. It's exposition through dialogue. The characters just talking, and what she does. And she goes to the city, and then the cops turn the other cheek, and and then it keeps going. No, you could do. This is the artist. Draw more flowers and leaves and stuff. This is talking heads. And then that's when she mentions the invisible mafia, and it's like, oh, there's more. There's more. And then now we see at Leon's townhouse, Good is talking to Leon, and she's like, did she mention me by name? My queen. I would have opened up with that, but that's not all. While this Rose and Thorn were putting one of our bad guys in the hospital, she broke Pretzel's jaw. Who did? That Rose or Thorn? That little thing? Pfft. You said there's more. Hell yes. So she's beating Pretzel with, like, do you see how tedious this is? You're like, yes, Ash, we see how tedious. It's just like your video. It's fucking tedious. I'm sorry. So we go back to the, oh, look, the only action scene of the entire comic is smashing a bottle in someone's face. That's what Thorn does. Oh, so exciting comics. Thorn sitting here. Sorry, Rose, you're waking up with blood under your nails again. Look like fun, though. There's no reason you can't enjoy what you do. Oh, but I do. Oh, I have the most fun. Come here, I'll show you. Look at this, just dark, more talking heads. Oh, Thorn, I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to make you an offer. Oh, you're the kingpin, blah, blah, blah. No, it's actually queenpin. What? Oh, no. See, I'm Leviathan. I'm not either, and I want to make you an offer. He's mistaken me for someone else, you know. And we know the Leviathan thing where he's proposing to change the world, and he wants a crazy fucking psycho bitch named Thorn to help him for some reason. I don't know. And that's it. Here are the covers. Here's why the cover is so good. Jamal Campbell, he's the guy doing Naomi. This guy is a superstar artist. Ben Oliver did an okay variant I didn't show you. Simon Krudransky. Sorry, Simon. Your art is not flagship DC ready. This is so many faults here. That's the book. Now I want you to keep in mind as you're listening to my rants and all this book just bored me to tears. It's just nonsense. It doesn't have there's no plot. There's just scenes that I think Bendis was impressed. Like, oh yeah, watch as I have Robin, what's her name? Robinson Good. I don't even remember. She's so forgettable. Watch as I have her spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 pages of doing this interview or like thing, 9 pages total about this Thorn. 10, half the fucking book. Excuse my language if you're sensitive to that. There's no plot. Superman's in order. This is called action comics, not boring comics. The only action in this book is a bottle to someone's face. This is asinine. Absolutely asinine. I thought Superman 12 was going to be... and Superman 12 wasn't even the worst. But just, if you saw my review, you know what I thought about it. Please see that review. I thought, no, this takes the cake. So, I obviously can't recommend this. This is absolute thumbs down. I have to give this a 1 star. Like, it's just nonsense. Normally I review, like, reserve 1 stars for things like Female Furies, you know, the total utter trash Marvel books that just sit and just preach social justice all day long. This doesn't really do that. It doesn't insult you and try to, like, proselytize to you, but it's just bullshit. This is why what you get when you have someone who writes 10 books a month. 10 books a month. Who is not edited, who gets carte blanche and can just phone in nonsense. This is what DC has done to Action Comics, the longest running comic under their house. It's on 1012. They've just turned it into a laughing stock. It was just boring bullshit. Not even like normal, like a Bendis book like baffles you with just some entertainment. This is so self-impressed. This reminded me when I was taking creative writing classes in high school, that I would see some, the wannabe writer. Everyone's a wannabe writer in high school, right? Like if you were a writer, that is. But they would just be so self-impressed. Like they would just write this this total schlock, but like to them it was like this masterpiece. And I'm probably I'm probably guilty as well. But oh, man, this is so terrible. I just want to go on and on and on, but this video is way too long as it is. I really appreciate you following me, listening to this. I hope that there was some entertainment. I hope you got to laugh with me and just I hope you enjoy face palming. That's what my videos are. If you like to face palm yourself and go, oh man, I need something to stimulate putting my hand to my face, I'm going to watch a Nash on Comics video about a Bendis book. That's what you need to do. Stan, thank you so much for teaching us not to do this. Like, you understood comics. I wish these guys studied under you. Forky, thanks, buddy, for keep my keyboard. That's a dirty-ass keyboard. Maybe you should clean that. That would really help out. I'd appreciate it if you do that. Everyone, thanks for watching. I'm out. Stan's out. See you next time.